BbyD Podcast. And here's a little tiny behavioral insight to blow your mind.
Have you ever been interested in buying something online, added it to your shopping cart full of excitement to get this awesome product, but did not complete the purchase? You are not alone, my friend. Maybe you weren't sure if it was right for you, or there was simply not enough information for you to make a decision. According to researchers, 65% of shopping carts on e-commerce websites are left abandoned. This principle of human behavior is what behavioral scientists refer to as uncertainty aversion. Or quite simply, this is the idea that we favor things that are known to us over vague and uncertain choices. Renowned psychologists Craig Fox and Amos Tversky investigated ambiguity aversion across multiple experiments. In one experiment, participants were asked their willingness to pay across 4 bets. First, they were asked to place 2 bets on the San Francisco temperature. Here's a sample question. Imagine that you have been offered a ticket that will pay you $100 if the afternoon high temperature in San Francisco is at least 60 degrees Fahrenheit 1 week from today, which is around 16 degrees Celsius. What is the most amount you would be willing to pay for such a ticket? Then, they were asked to place 2 bets on the Istanbul temperature. The researchers predicted that participants who were living near San Francisco should prefer betting on San Francisco temperature, with which they were highly familiar with, compared to betting on Istanbul temperature, which they were absolutely clueless about. We conducted a field experiment to investigate this behavior at our local pub, of course. Okay, so we know that the maximum temperature in Wellington and Santiago in Chile is 11 degrees today. Do you think the maximum temperature in Wellington next week is going to be less than 15 degrees?
Yeah.
Would you be willing to bet on it?
Yeah.
Awesome. And do you think the maximum temperature in Chile, in Santiago, is going to be less than 15 degrees next week?
Yeah.
Would you be willing to bet on it?
No. Sure.
Awesome. Thanks for your time.
No worries.
Cheers. So we know that the maximum temperature in Wellington and Santiago in Chile is about 11 degrees today. Do you think the maximum temperature in Wellington is going to be less than 15 degrees next week?
Yes.
Would you be willing to bet on it?
Yes.
Okay. And do you think the maximum temperature in Santiago in Chile is going to be less than 15 degrees?
Yeah.
Would you be willing to bet on it?
No.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so
That's
much.
it?
For your time. Yeah.
All right.
Lo and behold, when placing bets for San Francisco temperature, participants were willing to pay $41 for the $100 price. But while betting on Istanbul temperature, they were willing to pay a mere $28. This phenomenon, also known as the Ellsberg Paradox, has been replicated in many different experiments across multiple contexts. It shows the human tendency to favor the known over the unknown. Here are a few thought starters on how you can start using this principle. First, show your audience what you expect while making a decision the best you can. Second, Give timely information at every touch point across the customer journey. And third, provide a channel for questions when there is a high degree of uncertainty. Remember, better the devil you know than the devil you don't.